Guys, what up? This is Gambler. Kind of a different niche video. We're going to go over the current map that was currently released. This is Gravity. The current server is Gravity 3. I thought it would be interesting to kind of introduce the map. So some of you guys are brand new to the game. You're just finding this, but you guys have no idea what these maps are. Currently, there's a 4 map rotation, and this is one of them. So I'll dive deep into this a little bit. So we've got this is the map. You know, you're zoomed all the way out, but you've got 6 sectors on the edge. You're basically playing edge to mid. You've got the starting zones, which are all around the outer rim out here. You've got some. I'm on test right now. This is not one of the live services test, but this is kind of where you start spawning in when you first join. You've got, so my reflection on this a little bit is you have only 4, possibly 5 real overlapping objectives that you need to be searching for. And on Gravity, it's just more of a, in my opinion, a one-dimensional map. You've got ice and labor mid. You have your objectives mid. You have your 7-point moons mid, and just barely getting to mid, you've got a lot of spots that you can take for a workshed stations, the double mining facility first kind of build stations. Okay, so I'll explain this a little bit more in detail. So you go up here to politics and you go to overview. If you're new, there's 24 objectives, basically grand terrestrial planets on these servers, and this one just happens to put all 24 of them right smack dab in the middle, all right next to each other, making it very, very easy to snowball a win. This is one of the more faster paced servers. Everybody goes mid, everybody smashes into each other, and you kind of, the last man standing pretty much kind of might just take the server, or there might be two big groups that are, one spawns on one side, one spawns on, or one settles the other side, and you might have a clash mid on all the objectives. I wanted to get into this for 2 seconds, so some of you guys that are brand new to the game finding it, like I said, this is the middle of the map. You spawn on the edge, and then you zoom in here, and you can see your ice fields. Ice fields are where you put domes at to get a ton of labor. The other tier 4 outposts that you get is your heavy ship assemblies, and 1 per server. You get a capital ship assembly. You put those stations in this area, in these areas where the 7-point moons are, to get your moon combos and start getting really high production on heavies and capitals. And then just barely outside of here, you can put your workshed stations, your early economy. So maybe you send out your first stations right here, like this guy did. You settle just outside of, because if you look in here, these locations are terrible for production. There's no resources here. You might find like the problem is a lot of the ice obviously is covered by NPCs. You're not going to be able to start putting possible mining colonies in here until you start troop carrying, TCing, or capturing or blowing up these NPCs. So until then, you're stuck just barely on the outside, either claim warring in to these other NPCs, or just barely getting on the outside. So, like I said, 2 seconds here, you got some decent workshed stations for your second. You keep your starter. You might go... I wanted to reflect on this. So, last time I played on here, I believe I settled. It might have been, I think I was in Aries. Okay, so Aries. This is how my map looked when I played for about a week, or like 5 days on Gravity 2. So we started there. We ended up landing and settling here, and I wanted to show this. So there was, I need to find, maybe it wasn't. I need to find, there's a level 2 Marauder that we clustered around, and we had like a really good, I'm trying to find a good positions. The difficult thing on this map is there wasn't a lot of positions that had good mining colonies on them. You were stuck having to, like there, if you look out here, there's not, I mean, there's decent mining colonies, but there's no good mining colonies, meaning a ton of metal, a ton of crystal for doing, your capital ships. So I need to look. I thought it was Ares, and I thought we clustered around. Let me just scout here for 2 seconds. So that was Ares. I need to find where we had, it was like I swear it was like a level 2. I'm just gonna go like this. Look here, is this it? Nope. So maybe that was not it. I can't find it off the top of my head. But basically there are some really good positions that are hard to come by that are really heavy metal. So when you're scouting out on these maps, you have like a choice basically. Like you have a choice. Your team of 16 can either go and like this position, for example. There's a lot of metal right here. You know, metal, 4-range mining colony. You can have one of your guys on your team settle this position and just make sure that you get these, you know, there's 570 right here, 570 right here, 520 right here. So these positions, you want to possibly allocate at least one of your guys to make sure that you get this in your alliance. You don't want to have to possibly go into a claim war and not have and have to fight over where your entire alliance is going to be putting down a ton of mining colonies at. It's very, like I said, this map is heavily is missing just a lot of good mining colony positions. You can find workshed locations really easily. It's very difficult, or it was for, at least on Gravity 2, to find like those 600 or 700 point mining colony positions so you could feed your or you can feed your capital ship assemblies for capitals. So like I said, scouting a little bit for those locations, and then introducing the map. So this is kind of the objective is second station, third station out here somewhere getting mining colonies, fourth station, or possibly third station is getting these positions, their third stations on their moons to secure the 7-point moons. And then you're either going to go like third station here, fourth station mining colony, fifth station labor. You know, this location for you do not unlock the capital ship assembly till like day 8, day 9, day 10. But you can put an HSA on this location and have a 7-point HSA, and this will help when you're going for your fourth or fifth station if you want to get a troop carrier. So you can go second station here, workshed HSA, third station maybe to secure your moons, maybe fourth station ice, fifth station mining colony. However you want to do it, you know, you just got to make sure, especially as an alliance, or maybe if you're playing solo, this is just it's a very difficult map to play solo and have a chance at really getting unlocked and fighting, because every single um all all the ice is mid, all the 7-point moons are mid, and it's just there's nothing else. And so that's kind of my reflection on it. I'll spend a minute here to kind of reflect at how this could possibly be better if anybody's listening. Maybe so back when we used to have Dissidents. Dissidents was a different type of map that was out maybe a year ago. It was a lot bigger map. It was split into 3 sectors, but what they introduced on that map type was these like islands. So imagine for a second, like your objectives are stuck mid. Like everybody knows you have to go mid, but maybe somehow there's islands out here on the rim that have more locations for ice. Like there's not a lot of ice out here, but it's better than being forced to go mid. So maybe if you have some ice out here, maybe you have some doubles or single 6-point moon combos out here. Maybe you have some, maybe out here like just it's risky, not risky, but like you're putting these locations. It's risky to settle them because they're not obviously not mid, and now you have 2 points in contention. But having an option of going the complete opposite direction of your objectives, but at least you're not forced to go mid with everything. Like maybe there's some good islands out here that have mining colony locations or ice or moons. I just feel like that this map is just way too one-dimensional, and that's my opinion. You know, I like it where, as a leader, as a team member, as somebody trying to play the map, this is you're stuck doing everything here. This is just there's no way for anybody to like go sit over here for a little bit. Maybe they're only sitting on 6-point moons, but at least they're not mid fighting everybody else. They're over here able to at least get some ice, get some production, get some ships, and then start warping fobs, you know, if their alliance is based over here, you know, across the map, and be able to, like, I'm not saying turtle over here, but maybe half their alliance gets in like in a corner right here mid, and then the other half is over here, and at least, you know, they're not it's just not a huge collision course. Like you can slowly take mid. You're not forced to send all 16 members mid. So anywho, give me some feedback if you enjoyed this. Like I said, this map is really one-dimensional. Workshed stations, your 7-point moons, your ice, your objectives, and then there's a sprinkling like in locations out here for your mining colony stations. And then the reflection being, you know, we need more. It would be nice to see more places open up on this map that doesn't just make it feel so one-dimensional. Anywho, guys, hope you enjoyed that. A little bit shorter video, more to the point. And then as soon as I can get on test or some of the other maps open up, like for example, my Busted series I made was on Event Horizon, so you can kind of see that's one of the other maps in rotation right now. There's 4 maps. So as soon as I can get on Equilibrium, or I think Crossfire is the 4th, I will make videos for those. All right, guys, till next time, this is Gambler Guys. Peace out. Later.